Welcome to the Visionary Chronicles, a business strategy podcast where we provide insight to those looking for creative, executable strategies built around the latest disruptive ideas, innovative cultures, product creators, and marketing solutions. Welcome to the Visionary Chronicles. Today we're going to talk about lifestyle branding. And it's one of the key components that you see, and we talk about it quite frequently with almost every generational brand that is out there. One of the key concepts behind their brand, more often than not, is a strategy built around taking their customer to where they want to be, whether it's through products, whether it's through service, whatever it happens to be. So I say this is lifestyle branding, creating a community of loyal brand advocates. And I say loyal because many times when you look at brands, it's a one-hit wonder. They may have a great product, but not a consistently great product line. So when you look at when you're building your strategy for how you want to carry your brand generation after generation, the most successful brands have been able to sell a lifestyle, and they've been able to take their customer where they want to go. And when you look at some of the great brands out there, the ones that have been around generation after generation, and I utilize these brands as examples because, yes, there's many brands out there, Allbirds, whoever it happens to be, that's creating this great lifestyle. And I think these are great brands for our current generation. But what I want to know is, who are those brands that have survived over the generations utilizing a lifestyle branding strategy? And I say this many times, but again, it fits the mold of what we're talking about today, is that we are not selling products, we're selling a lifestyle. And that came from a direct quote from Ralph Lauren. And Ralph knew that he had to bring and build a lifestyle around their brand. They wanted to have people envision when they put the horse on, when they put the Polo Ralph Lauren product on, it's not just a product. It's carrying them into a lifestyle that the brand positioned themselves as, and the consumer adopts that positioning and actually adapts to the lifestyle that they're marketing to. So it's a really great strategy for developing a brand for generations. So when you look at some of those great brands, and let's just use a couple examples. When you look at a brand like a Nike, it's very aspirational, but it's also inspirational. So when you're looking at products and how you want to position them, think of how you're going to take your customer into this lifestyle you're positioning your brand as. And Patagonia is another great example of a brand that does lifestyle branding, but they also do it with a cause. So there's another way of doing this strategy where you can successfully market against the lifestyle you're looking to bring your customer into, who then joins your community. But then there's also other things, what I call auxiliary things, that add to the passion behind the brand. And Patagonia is a great example of that because they embrace conservation in addition to a lifestyle that they want people to enjoy. And so when you look at someone like a Patagonia, they're climbing the most challenging mountains on the planet is, one of their positionings. And the second piece of that is that they have this great conservation alignment as well. So with the generation that we're in right now with ESG and people looking for conservation opportunities, having a brand that can align them with wearing their product at the same time aligning with them on a conservation effort that they believe in, they have a passion around. So wherever you can with lifestyle branding, there's a passion people have for climbing. There's a passion people have for running. There's a passion that people have for sports. So what you want to make sure of, first and foremost, is that you have a strategy around not only how you're going to position your brand from a lifestyle perspective, but also how you're going to authenticate it. That's where many brands lose their edge when they're talking about lifestyle branding. What I mean by that is that you can't just say I'm a run brand. And I'll use Under Armour as an example. Under Armour eventually was successful in run. But the problem that they had in the very beginning is they didn't earn their stripes. So when you look at somebody like an Under Armour who just went into the market with the same position and effectively they had as a brand from a top level, it didn't work. In the beginning, it didn't work. People rejected them because they weren't authentic to run. So you want to be careful when you go into a market that you have a strategy built around how you're going to authenticate yourself. And this is a key component to ensuring your long-term success, not only long-term, but short-term. Under Armour had a well-established brand at the time. They just saw an opportunity to build incremental income into a very large market inside of run. But the thing that they didn't realize was the amount of authentication required in order for you to generate revenue. So there's an area where you want to make sure on the lifestyle side that you're first and foremost positioning yourself within a lifestyle, but earning your stripes first. Be authentic to that market. Don't offend those that are part of the community first. You are just a brand selling a product that they have to adopt and they have to utilize in their lifestyle, and you got to bring them into that lifestyle, but they have to feel comfortable that it's something that is authentic first and foremost. So when you look at lifestyle, it's what all great generational brands sell. And I say sell because it is part of the selling proposition of the brand and the products that they have. It's an earned right. And I'd mentioned authenticate yourself first. It's an earned right to be able to sell a lifestyle and not have it be imitation or fake. So it's one built off of a foundation of several principles that we talk about. First and foremost is authentication. Make sure that you're authenticating yourself first. Second piece is trust. You can authenticate yourself. You can build brand equity. You can get yourself into a lifestyle. Let's say in this case it is run, and eventually Under Armour pulled the curtain over the first release of their footwear and eventually came back into the market, but after having authenticated themselves in the market first and earned the right to put a run shoe on the market. So the trust was damaged. Yes, they're an authentic brand, but they didn't translate to run. So they needed to earn their stripes through authentication. And then trust. So they had to re-earn the trust of people again. So that's another reason why when you start with authentication, people believe in your product, they believe in it, and part of belief is trust. So trust the fact that you're always going to make a product that's right for the particular lifestyle that they're engaging in. Let's just say it is run. Let's say it's sports. Let's say it's football, basketball, whatever it happens to be. You'll see many instances in the marketplace of people that have, or brands that have lost the trust of their customer because they put product out on the market before it's ready for prime time. You can't release a product before it's ready. So trust will be broken. And let me tell you, it's a lot harder to rebuild trust than it is to build trust. Just ask Under Armour. It was a real exercise in futility, but eventually they came back into the market, killed it, are doing a great job to this day. The third piece is consistency. And what I mean by consistency, when we talk about consistency, I put it in the funnel of innovation. Be innovative in the market that you're going into. Do something that's different that nobody else is doing. So you want to make sure that you're always consistently great with the products that you put into the marketplace. Even better if you can lead that category itself with great products. And then people that are in this lifestyle, and it's very similar to how they sell products from good, better, best. The best runners, the best football player, they all want to have the latest and greatest technology as well as product in combination with a recognized brand. So it's kind of this power triad behind the product, brand, and authentication. And when you have that, like a Nike, like an Adidas, like in this case also Brooks has done a great job on the running market. Saucony's done a great job. So when you look at these brands that authenticate in this on this power, this triad of brand, product, and authentication, whenever you can get that magical formula built, it obviously allows them to grow into significant market share over time. So Consistency is key, and innovation is a piece and a cornerstone to that consistency. And expectations is the fourth piece. Expectations from your customer. They expect the best. They expect you to be authentic. They expect to have your trust not broken. So all of these pieces are come together in expectations. Once you've established yourself in the market, how do you consistently build a great product, have a trustworthy relationship with your consumer, and authenticate your product first and foremost? And the last piece, the fifth piece to this, is loyalty, making sure that you're loyal to your customer. So when you're building this lifestyle, take them to where they want to go. But it's not enough to just give them a product. You need to show them how to hit a trail. You need to show them how to run. You need to help them if they don't know how to kayak. You need to help them with their backpack selection. So it becomes loyalty. What I say, selling beyond product is key to building a lifestyle engagement with your community. So when you look at each piece of these of what I call this brand lifestyle, the community itself will embrace you. And that loyalty and embracing is done through all these pieces of the puzzle. And again, when you look at brands like a Nike, it's both aspirational as well as inspirational. And also brands like a Corona, which is 180 degrees from Nike, but it just has this lifestyle that people love. They want to be and find their beach. And I thought that's just a great strategy around how to position a brand, is find your beach. And the people that are around the brand, people, when you look at people sitting on the beach, you look at people with a Corona, you want to be there in that commercial. So that's what we're talking about here. So embracing that lifestyle. So whether it's performance or fashion, each product is a building block to a lifestyle reality your consumer will embrace. This lifestyle branding is a key cornerstone to success of these premium brands. Those who have a reputation on the upper tier of the market, high quality products woven together with a passion from the lifestyle pursuits the brand's positioning was built upon, and that their consumer can realize. So when you look at these great brands, again, the Patagonias of the world, the Nikes of the world, whatever the brand may be, they're embracing a passion or a lifestyle. If you can have both, that's a powerful combination, but it's all, again, built off this triad of brand, product, and authentication. Each unique, and each has been able to establish a lifestyle persona through authentic products and a vision to take their customers where they've never been. And these are the lifestyle brands we're talking about. Aspirational lifestyle, which is realized through the brand's products, their marketing, their positioning, their loyalty to the customer, and building a brand community around that lifestyle positioning. So when you look at this, you know, the big brands, you say, well, we're not a Nike. And the brands that we work with Liquid Mind, we work with the big national brands like Adidas, Nike, TaylorMade, whatever it happens to be. But we also work with smaller brands. We work with the small startups, and both have been able to achieve this lifestyle branding. And both want to be aspirational to their customers and be able to realize this lifestyle for their customers, make them a better golfer, make them a better runner, make them a better hiker, whatever it happens to be. Selling beyond product is key, but also being able to put them in a position to be able to have success in this lifestyle pursuit that they have. And your products need and have to do that. So how do these great brands, these great lifestyle brands, build this type of persona, let's say? And I put together 3 key points that I think there's a lot of points here that we could put on the board, but I'm going to go through 3 that we work with mostly with Liquid Mind and our brands, and ones that kind of allow this inside out thinking either from the start or from repositioning a brand and how you go about doing that. So the first point in kind of building this lifestyle branding and working with companies is we say create an authentic vision of who you are, not who you are not. And what I find many times with brands, and maybe with yours, is that they say, well, I want to be a Nike, I want to be an Adidas. Well, does the product, the vision, the positioning match that lifestyle opportunity? And how are you going to build a strategy to ensure that you're successful? Now, you may have the greatest products on the planet, but if you are a aspirational premium brand with great products and really poor lifestyle connecting points to your community and how you're going to engage them with your product to make them better, more efficient, then you're always going to struggle. So you want to make sure, create that authentic vision of who you are and who you are not. Don't imitate, find your niche is what I say. The second point is that define your persona. And who is your brand? What does your customer look like? Where do they want to go? And how are you going to help them get there? That's a key principle, because when you look at this second point here, point one is that we've got an authentic vision. Number two, we're then defining the persona of who we're trying to realize that vision with and create products that match the lifestyle. So it's a key principle that each one of them being a building block, point one, point two. Now, point three is stay consistently great. And I say this all the time, but really it's key. And no matter what you do, stay consistently great. And I use in this case the emphasis being on consistency. So consistently great is you don't sacrifice your short-term goals for a long-term loss. So when you look at staying consistent, it means being loyal. It means being authentic. It means creating products that allow you to lead in your category. And when people are looking to realize a lifestyle vision, they're going to go to your brand first. So staying consistently great is a key principle to generational brands. So how do you build this lifestyle persona, brand, lifestyle? Create an authentic vision of who you are. Define your persona and stay consistently great. And again, there's a lot of other principles and points, but these are key ones that I find with almost every brand that I work with that are weaknesses and why they're not successful. So being great means consistently and authentically materialize your brand vision with reality. Reality for your community, reality for your customer, reality of this lifestyle that they would love to live. Take them there. Take them there with your product. Take them there with your marketing. But be authentic when you do that. Stay true. Stay authentic. Be different and be great. And you will succeed in building this lifestyle branding strategy. I want to thank you for listening to the Visionary Chronicles. I really appreciate your time. I know that you've got a lot of other things on your plate, and I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to the Visionary Chronicles, so thank you. Our intent in creating the Visionary Chronicles was really to address not only critical business issues, but also personal plus professional issues that business owners, entrepreneurs face on a day-to-day basis. So if you could and you like what you hear, certainly the support helps and the reviews are tremendous. So we really appreciate all those of you who have given us reviews. And as we move forward and you give us a review, we're going to be giving away some product as a thank you for those reviews, and also take a look at the Visionary interviews, Visionary Chronicles interviews that we have coming up as well. So if you have somebody who you feel would be a good subject for the Visionary Chronicles, we'd appreciate you having them reach out to us as well. They can go to my site, Brian Smeltzer, BryanSmeltzer.com. Go to the podcast section and you'll see the Visionary interviews. So again, thank you for your time. I appreciate it as always and look forward to our next Visionary Chronicles podcast.